Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Resident Evil Requiem. Where last time we've been playing as Leon S. Kennedy. I forget what the S stands for in Leon S. Kennedy. I want to say it's actually just something relatively normal. But we've been making our way through Raccoon City. We've done pretty much everything we can do. Pretty much. I'm sure there's a couple things I missed. Like that piece of scrap. And these 4 handgun bullets. And that's it. But we're not going to worry about it. Those bullets are simply going to be left behind. For now that we have the assembled detonator, we can blow up the one gate, or at the very least, one of the gates, barring our way in. We're told that there's this giant wall built around the place.
Luckily, I found a bike. Should make up for lost time.
Great. You'll need it. It's 15 miles to the city center on the 419.
The BSAA were working on a way in, then they got shot to death by, do we know his name? They haven't, I don't think we've gotten, the name of the white suit. The Wesker Light. The Neo Wesker, if you wish. But let's see if we can also get a thumbnail for the YouTube version. I'm sure there's going to be an excellent shot of Leon driving this motorcycle. Through the ruins of Raccoon City. Oh, am I in control? I am in fact in control.
All right, should make it there in no time.
Good to hear. How are the roads? Leon?
Just a few potholes.
Ah, right. I feel like I have the illusion of control. Kind of like, Oh, we got zombie dogs, too. Great.
This day just keeps getting better and better.
Nope. Yep. Okay, so now we have a little bit more illusion of control. I was gonna say, the beginning part felt a lot like White Knight, where you just kind of, were driving your vehicle from side to side. But that has definitely increased in, in action since then. Yeah, I've compared this game a lot to Resident Evil 6. And not in a bad way. I feel like this is what Resident Evil 6 would be like if they dedicated time to specific mechanics instead of making like 4 different, trying to construct 4 separate games out of it. They only kind of construct 2 separate games.
So much for the direct route.
It's very kind for whoever placed all of these explosive red barrels. Directly in front of the gates of Impasse.
Seriously. I don't give up that easy.
No, just give up right then and there. Just be like, you know what? You know, I worked so hard to get the detonator. I'm just not going to race up the side of this. You know, it's very convenient that there's also a down ramp. This is also kind of like those sequences in the Tomb Raider reboot, but with guardrails. Like, we're not going to see Leon get horribly murdered because I accidentally crashed into a branch.
I've had enough of you. I know the feeling.
The chokehold, his one successful maneuver.
Come on.
Is that how he dies?
Should have worn a helmet.
Leon. The body's barely cold. But that would be very disappointing if that was it for Vincent Gideon. Although, and it kind of reminds me of Far Cry 3 when they, heck, even you could say Resident Evil 8. There are plenty of villains in pop culture and fiction
Post the coordinates.
where, like,
Yeah.
the creators of those villains don't realize exactly how awesome they made those villains. Like Lady Dimitrescu steals the show in Resident Evil 8. I forget the name of the character in Far Cry 3, but the one that ends up on the cover of Far Cry 3. But he's not even the main villain. He's the sidekick to the main villain. He doesn't last more than halfway through the game. Like, they didn't realize that they had made their side villain cooler than their main villain until the marketing started going out, and they're like, damn it, he's just simply too cool. He's way better than our actual villain, and it is too late for us to retcon the whole pace of the game. Like, is Vincent Gideon essentially going to be left in the ash in the same way that Lady Dimitrescu has been left? Like, simply too good for just being a starter villain in her game? And Leon. It's your second day on the job at Raccoon City. Your first day on the job was... I honestly don't remember... let me correct. I don't actually know how long into the future this takes place versus, let's see, the original Resident Evils were 1996. Is this timeline supposed to be 2000s? Yeah, here we go. September 98, T-Virus leaked. So it was 98 for the original games. Is it 2026 for the current? Like, is the game year matching the real world year? Like, Leon is meant to be significantly older. As well as Sherry, who is no longer a child.
It's on you now.
Ah, look at his baby face. Also, very convenient that they had all those cuts from the Resident Evil 2 remake, The Prodigal Hero's Son Returns, to the RPD. It's convenient they had all the footage from the remake. Otherwise, they would have to show you the gameplay from the original. And there's the safe box. And then there's the typewriter where we once saved our game. There's no way this thing still works. It can no longer save games. We have the shutter where we encountered our first zombies. Need a tool to get this open. The second pathway through the game. Need a tool.
Sherry, I'm in RPD.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Yeah.
Since then, he's gone on to be a member of the Secret Service. I forget what the initials are for his current job. The DSO, was it?
Abandoned?
Not sure.
Okay, that was May 2023. Thank you, Leon, for grabbing something with a date on it. Welcome, Leon. They're still welcoming him. You can't save anyone.
That fucking guy. And Grace. Shit, she's in danger. Sherry found Grace.
At RPD?
Yeah, exactly. Someone's been expecting us. Got a lock on our location. Headed there now.
Copy that.
But first, I need a tool. Raccoon City perimeter surveys are posted here. No. And I can still buy stuff, even though I have, I think, no. Oh, no, I have money again because I killed those zombie dogs. All right, how's the inventory looking? It's looking okay. It's looked better. Oh, and I forgot about the double grenade, which I don't think has a. No, I haven't registered that as a shortcut. I'll hold on to it. I'll try to remember it, even though it is not registered as a shortcut. There we go. That is a clean inventory. All right. Let us save our game and explore the Raccoon City Police Department as we look for Grace and the Ark of the Covenant. That was a weird puzzle. Yeah. I mean, like the whole Raccoon City Police Department was filled with its own cast of what's the right word? Let's just go with odd for now. Odd puzzles. I want to say the explanation that was given was that the Raccoon City Police Department used to be a museum. From our survey of the grounds, we've pinpointed some locations that still have viable resources. The second floor office, the armory has leftover supplies. The gun shop out back, working shotgun and ammo. The parking garage, advanced team supplies, and weapon upgrade parts. But I still haven't found a tool. Zombies. I'm sure there are zombies around, considering the fact that I now have bullets to fend off said zombies. Have you dropped a tool nearby? Or is there something for me to shoot? All right, we have a place we can go on the other side. I didn't bother fully exploring that area because it did seem pretty blocked off. Yeah, that's blocked off. That's blocked off. So there's nothing upstairs. Definitely. Now I feel kind of stupid. There's a door here, which leads to where the desks are, where the surprise for us was. It's Marvin's desk.
Hey, Lieutenant Brenner. Kennedy. Reporting for duty.
Champions of Justice, are you ready? Duty calls. Provisions Specialist Neil, do you have the pizza and beer at the ready? Make sure you've got some soda on hand, too, in case the rookie is liver conscious. Decoration Manager Elliot, think you're an artist? Then show us what you got. Make sure you use the banner with the stars on it. Gift Coordinator Scott, don't forget to pick up the goods from Robert's shop on the day. Get what Barry suggested. That man knows his stuff. One last thing, make sure the chief doesn't catch wind of the welcome party for the new recruit. We wouldn't want to put young Kennedy in his bad books right away. Marvin. And then there was the office here that had a safe. And a dead zombie on the floor right there. Need a key to open it. All right. Everything's locked. There are a lot of options on this coffee machine. I'm assuming this is a coffee machine due to the beans. But there are a lot of buttons available. Let's see, the operations room. We got bullets. I'm sure we'll need those soon enough. September 25th. We're turning the station into a temporary shelter due to the sudden massive outbreak. All police personnel have been instructed to make the safety of the citizens their top priority as we try to accommodate as many of them as possible. September 25th. Addendum. One of the refugees attacked us in the middle of the night, resulting in the death of one officer and injuring 3 others. The person in question was quickly restrained. We believe this was simply a case of someone snapping under intense stress. September 26th. The mob attacked the station today, resulting in a number of casualties. A few survivors were able to make it safely behind the emergency shutters, but surrounded as we were, it'll be hard for any of us to escape this place. We're not sure we can fix any of our comm equipment, so we remain cut off from the outside world. September 27th. There was another clash on the west side of the station around 1 p.m. 12 people died, and there's only a handful of survivors left. Everything is falling into disarray in here. David Ford. I don't know. I feel like having these logs about what happened that day becomes a little bit of almost unnecessary reading for this game. Like, it makes perfect sense for Leon and Claire to find themselves discovering the mystery of what happened to Raccoon City, what happened to the RPD when they arrive so many years ago.
Jesus. Rest easy, officer.
I'm just surprised that we even left zombies alive. But then again, you could always just kind of like wave it off with like the T virus or the G virus doesn't quite work exactly how you're expecting it to. Ah. I saw that ladder on my way in, and I forgot about it so quickly. And then we have another part of the weird puzzle. It's rusted and won't budge. The library, where we had to move stacks of books to create a bridge. The linen room with the diamond key. Good times. Good times. Will we have to fight any lickers? Or have they been licked? The Big E. Back home for one night only, featuring several special guests. Doors open at 7 p.m. You kids have fun solving this one. That looks like a table. Like the edge of a table with a monitor on it. And then there's an American flag. We'll try to keep an eye out for that. And remember that there's such a thing. Is that... Whose jacket was that? Claire's? You kids have fun solving this one. Barry. Where's Barry? It's Jill's hat. Oh, that was in Claire's jacket. Barry's to-do list. Turn in training plan for the new recruit. Join Jill at the shooting range. Pick the girls up from soccer. Don't be late. Find that missing library book. Top priority. The librarian has about to blow a gasket. Looks like the captain checked it out last. Are you a tool? Okay, there are a few choices. I feel like with the pace that this dial turns, it would be a little boring to make anybody watch me rotate through the whole thing. So I'll see if I can find a clue for that. Nope. Let's check out the library. This is definitely a very calm sequence post the rest of the city. Like, you can also... In theory, this is also meant to be like less... Like a lot of the last of the city was very much like a gauntlet of fighting zombies. Whereas this is more like in character. That looks like a mechanic jack. A device for lifting heavy objects. The handle is firmly attached. Hold on. Monsieur Raccoon. I can hear you. But I cannot see you. There we go. I don't even know how many of those raccoons I got. All right, let's head upstairs while we are here. See what we can find upstairs. This would be where the Mr. X fell through the floor in his pursuit of us. But, you know, if that didn't happen in your game, you could always just say that's from the destruction of the police station in general. It's impressive that this much of the station is still standing, considering the nuclear bomb. You know, let's open up the gate first. And then save our game. Ah, and that is all of the gates we need to lift. Is Leon psychic because he knows exactly when he has to stop using any given tool? and just throws it away. He just like tosses it to the side. All right, so this is the room where we saw Grace.
I'll explain everything. You need to understand.
Covert military units from every country on Earth come to Raccoon City for one purpose. To find Elpis.
What is Elpis?
The power to upset the military balance of the world. The last virus, created by Spencer. Designed to control human consciousness.
Mind control?
They couldn't let it be stolen. So they launched the missile strike to hide it.
That's an interesting retcon.
Why do something so extreme?
Extreme. Is it? When the president tried to investigate, they had him assassinated. And you are the key to retrieve...
Ooh,
Elpis.
we're tying in a little bit of Resident Evil 6 in there.
Emily.
In a way. But not the girl you met. So many attempts. So many failures. Such a waste.
What do you mean?
Copies. Crafted to duplicate you.
The way that she stammers out the words what and who.
Scrapped. They each have their own sad story.
Raccoon City Orphanage, February 1990.
We need to do something. I called security, but nobody answered. They are out of control.
Doctor, we can't contain them.
Sedate them now. Are you kidding me? Get out of my way.
And the orphanage was run by the police chief, who was corrupt and working for Umbrella. And then I think, yeah, Claire finds a girl from the orphanage. Let's see, what do you got? Same books.
Weren't they just here? But it's past our bedtime.
That horse is giving a tremendous amount of side eye.
Stay away. Stay away. Get back. Don't come any closer. No, get back! Get back!
Hey! What are you doing?
Sorry, I don't think those kids are normal. All right.
What was that?
What was that? Is this young Grace that we're playing as? What age? If this would be no. Then by Resident Evil Requiem, she would be like 30 to 40. I mean, what are they accomplishing by slapping the bed, though? If they come over and slap this bed, like... the bed will be thoroughly slapped. I would not trust the bald children with the red eyes. That does seem... Oh, I guess this is what they used to look like. How did they get from...
Someone help me.
And then there's the dead guy at the top right. How did we get from... Also, that is like one of the fakest looking portraits. Although, like I said before, a lot of portraits look pretty fake in video games. Like when they're trying to make them look real, there's something about it that looks really fake. Like these three portraits are fine, but like the way that they're standing behind the people in the front, something... No, not you.
Moving.
Doctor Man. Oh no, they got you too. Nurse, doctor lady. You don't even care. You don't even know our names. Double bonus points if you get the... Triple bonus points if you get the reference. It is so highly specific.
Please open.
All right. Wish me luck. Also, this is a lot of rugs in a row. Did they buy out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah. I got distracted by the rugs. I'm sure they'll see me when they walk into the room, because I'm kind of in plain sight. Okay, what happens if I just run past them? I feel like... I'm putting a little bit too much stress on this. When this sequence doesn't really seem to have that many mechanics attached to it.
Can't let them find me.
It's locked. Everything's locked. Nope, there's the key. A brass key with an ornate hook. It's heavy in a child's hand.
What do I do? What do I do?
Good enough. Also,
Please just be a bad dream.
is this character who I'm playing as just as invulnerable as the
Why did they?
children of the corn that are chasing me? Are they chasing me? Are they just wandering about?
Where am I?
How is this being story? Is the guy telling this whole story? He's like, there was a little girl. Grace, you must listen to the story in it complete. She ran down the stairs. The fire truck lit her way. The red lights, the only illumination provided in the stairwell. Is there a chair I can use? No. Okay, I feel like this is going too far back. We got a locked door to seemingly nothing. Oh, yep, we could probably climb through here. Maybe. If the game would let us. The game does not want us to climb through there. That's fine. Is this... Nope. I possibly need whatever's on that side. And I definitely can't take the chair with me. I feel like there should be a climb function here. Like, the ledge seems so small. And yet, I can't pull that out. It does nothing. Name of deceased, Charlotte, 7 years, 2 months. January 14th, 1990, discarded due to volatile symptoms. Are these the other failed experiments? Okay. This might help get the ladder down. And look, there's a bed mattress for us to fall down on safely. But how do we get there? The simplest approach is the only way through. Or I suppose when you have no options. Tin Man, how are you doing tonight? All right. You know, maybe if you've got bloody sponges on your forceps, you should dispose of them and not hold on to them for posterity. Just... Sir, it seems like you've mixed up your dumpsters with your coffins. Hanlon's razor? A tool used to tend fires. The tip is claw-shaped. All right, let's see if the children of... Oh, yep, the children of the corn have joined us. It's always a debate to decide... Oh, no. They're waking up en masse. Hello. No. Don't mind me. It's always nice when you manage to conserve that late night snack for when you need it most.
What's wrong?
Their eyes are red. They are filled with murderous, not rage, but insanity.
What is this place?
Is this the station as seen in Resident Evil 2, or is this the Ark? This might be the station as seen in Resident Evil 2. Though the Series 60 never attributes to malice what can be just as easily attributed to incompetence. I'm gonna have to remember that one. Although I would say Umbrella, as a corporation, rides the fine line between malice and incompetence. Like, if they were slightly more competent, maybe their experiments wouldn't constantly be escaping. Though the Series 60 possesses recombinant DNA, increasing the volume of Spencer's injected plasma did not result in successful memory transfer. Mental abnormalities were developed. We will perform the next medical procedure and progress to the final phase. However, after adjusting the viral load in the blood of Series 70 subject Chloe, improved signs of stability were observed. We will continue to monitor her progress. It's like the meme of Umbrella is like, we've trapped a mutant gorilla in a cage. We've injected it with adrenaline and rage virus, and we've been poking it with a stick nonstop for 3 days. Hopefully it doesn't get out. And then, like, the next page, it got out. Ah. It's the Lebowski kids. They're not all his children. They're, Today was unbelievable. I somehow got invited to the renowned Oswald Lee Spencer's lab. I heard rumors about the place, but to think Ark has been underneath me this entire time. It was Ark really that much beneath you? I was given a quick tour of the attached orphanage, too. The children there really creeped me out. They all have nasty surgical scars across their heads, and if you meet their gaze, they'll greet you with this unsettling giggle. Apparently they're used for human experiments. The whole thing gives me goosebumps. To have built a place like this, Spencer must have been more unhinged than any of us imagined. Sensational. The prospect of being able to freely experiment on those children sends shivers of anticipation through my entire body. It's all so exciting. For now, I'll start by making the rounds at the orphanage tonight. It seems like the newbie always gets stuck with the boring jobs. Hopefully I can wrap up the tedious bits quickly so I can prepare for the real fun of experimenting on children tomorrow. And he was calling Spencer unhinged. Still, interesting retcon of Resident Evil 2. Instead of having the orphanage kind of be this kind of like side area. Although I forget how much that orphanage was developed in the storyline of Resident Evil 2.
Are those babies?
"28 years later, Children of the Corn Raiden." No, this is Children of the Corn Gaiden.
Is that how I...
Is she Elpis?
I've got her. Get over here now.
She's showing symptoms too.
We need to get rid of her.
I don't know. Like Metal Gear Solid 1 had child. Did Metal Gear Solid 1 had child soldier, or am I confusing that with Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, that emphasized child soldiers with the brains in the jar?
They weren't able to recreate Spencer's key. But now we have the original. We have you. You can unlock Elpis at Ark. That's where we'll go.
So... what, I was made?
Correct.
So it really was all my fault.
What was?
I would say no.
That mom was murdered and... oh God, when she turned into that...
The experiment cannot be made to blame
You need to focus on the future.
for the scientist, for the actions of the scientist.
It's time to embrace your destiny.
Grace!
Oh, you know, we were calling him Wesker Light.
Kennedy, I had a feeling you'd make an appearance. Sorry, but I don't have time to spare.
Oh, hello.
Have fun.
Yeah, Kojima and The Simpsons were pretty accurate with their Mr. X, back from the dead. Leon Kennedy will always be finding himself harassed by the tall people in his life.
Sherry.
Wasn't there an orphanage around here?
But yeah, like Raiden was a child soldier,
I'm gonna do some digging.
I want to say. It's been a while since I've played Metal Gear Solids 1, 2, and 4. Oh no. I feel like we're going to be chased. Yep.
I don't have time to deal with this.
Ah, very rude. Excuse me. Okay, where am I? Very rude, again. Ah.
Got ahead of myself.
He has a lot of reach. All right, let's Ooh, hold on. This looks like a job for the double grenade. Not the single grenade. Not the Requiem. Ah, the tyrants. Your only option is to run. Thank you, video game.
I just sent you the coordinates.
Alright. Well, let's swap in the double grenade. Maybe that'll help us a little bit.
I don't have time to deal with this.
I wish that I had a dodge button. But I do not. Can I just run away? Yes, I can. No, I can't. Alright, at the very least, we know we're just supposed to run away from this. Like,
Give me a goddamn break.
that's what I'm asking for. Alright. Alright. You son of a... How are you moving so quickly from being stunned? I think I want to say this game does have a parry.
Yeah,
I just never learned how.
I'm good.
Oh, that was fast. Like, I want to say there's a parry with the axe, but I never tried it, and thusly I never learned it.
The orphanage is the entrance.
What is ARC?
Like, let's take a look at the controls again. Yeah. Parry is L1.
Not sure. But apparently it's something.
And it's also ready melee weapon. But, like, I have never succeeded in with parry systems. Also, we should probably save our game. No flare guns, or that's true. We have the minimum amount of defensive items. I'm gonna save here. Like, the only defensive item we have in this game is the knife. Whereas, like, in Resident Evil 4, we had, like, flash bangs. We had grenades that could be used as a defensive item. But I think that's also part of the fact that we're dealing with like two different separate systems of gameplay. Now, in theory, there are supplies in the garage. Okay, he's going to come alive. That's just how this works. All right. Oh, hello. Acute Bear Charm. Increases mid-range firepower, sacrificing close quarter potency. How does it sacrifice close quarter potency? Like, is this because there's less spread? All right, let's head over to the gun shop. The owner of the gun shop having killed, Gun Show Kiddo. The owner of the gun shop having had to kill his child and then himself. Back in the day.
Hasn't changed.
Gun Shop Kendo. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, no new owners. The previous owners are dead, but you know. But alas, the history of Raccoon City is just ash and dust. If you're lucky.
Terminate. It's my fucking daughter. You're a cop. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen?
Kendo, this was my first day on the job.
Those fucking things outside. What they did to us.
I'm so sorry.
You know, the tyrant is still out there. We didn't kill it. You have you're not going to have time to continue reminiscing. Another shotgun. Which has no shells. And it has lower power and ammo capacity. It just has a lot of spread. I think we can do without. Alright. We have a new box. We bought everything that I think we could. Actually, let's pick this up first. Ah, med injector. That is convenient. Ah, the very same basketball court that Rebecca Chambers was fond of playing basketball in by herself. Oh wait, somebody took a photo of her with the basketball. Who took the photo? Was it Wesker? Like, the photo's on Wesker's desk. The infamous basketball Rebecca Chambers photo, I want to say, is on Wesker's desk in the RPD. Oh, hello.
Fuck me.
Who even needs a rocket launcher when you've just got a good throwing arm? That's how this works, right?
I couldn't save them. But I could stop bastards like you.
Ah. Parry. L1 when enemy attacks. The game knows I never bothered to learn. Nah. Nah. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, we need to repair this X. Okay, is that good enough? Or do we have to do this like 2 more times?
Die, you son of a bitch.
Okay, let's repair our axe. Okay, that was a lot faster. Okay. I was gonna say, this game really loves its rule of threes, but... I will accept a rule of two as well.
I'll stop you as many times as I have to.
All right. Nope. We don't want to leave this behind. It will contain the exact item we need to survive. Machine gun ammo. Never mind. I have a lot of machine gun ammo. I wish I liked the machine gun. Maybe it's this machine gun that sucks. Maybe the machine gun in the shop is actually good. And I've just been using the really crappy one because I just didn't consider buying the good one. Am I going to have to fight Children of the Corn, or were they put down years back in 1990?
I'm at the orphanage, Sherry. There's not much left of it. Heading underground to look for Grizz.
Understood.
You know, sometimes I feel like the maps can be a little bit too detailed. Like, the outlines of the halls themselves get obscured by everything else that it's trying to show off. Okay, never mind. This is... This is a thumbnail. Like, there's some good... Nah, I'd probably still use the one I took of Leon motorcycle jumping onto the highway. I feel like we've taken an odd left out of the orphanage to the subway station. But then again, like, if you're trying to build your secret lab underground, underneath an existing city... Like... And then you have a natural... Ooh. I wonder if that's... They have set us up the bomb. I wonder if that's been a plot of a thing where I actually now have an argument about Megaton City. I don't know if I've discussed... I don't think I've discussed this with you. Because the Tyrant is also, like, made of... Well, hard enough of metal, so that, like, just scratching his skin with the axe causes sparks. But I have an argument about Megaton City's bomb, and specifically how it relates to the TV show. I remember there was criticism about the Fallout TV show, about how they just kind of blew up Shady Sands. And it's like, oh, so they're just destroying all of the legacy of Fallout and Fallout 2. And I find myself wondering what is the overlap between people who complain's the wrong word, who criticize the Fallout show for blowing up Shady Sands, and the people who blew up Megaton City. Like, I feel as though if you also blew up Megaton City in Fallout 3, then maybe you should not be so critical of Shady Sands being destroyed. Oh, hello.
Seriously. This is my stop.
All right. Are we going to be fighting another giant monster? Another giant plant monster? 30-year Fallout fans could never be happy about casual tourist normie Fallout interloper fans. Like and that's kind of interesting with Fallout is like you have two different legacies of the 2 or 3. Like, there are the people who started playing with Fallout 1 and 2 on the PC. You have the people that played with Fallout 3 and 4. And then you also now have a different group. One of these days, I need to actually watch Snowpiercer. I hear that's actually pretty good. See, I don't need gunpowder. I've got plenty of gunpowder. I need scrap. And actually, you know what? I think I'm going to swap the shotgun for that one. Or, wait, can I have 2 charms? And then... Ooh. Maybe... Nope, that already has a good one. Ooh. Give the Uzi some power? Yeah, I realize that's one of the movies that I definitely missed. Back before the MCU. Oh, hello. What you got here? A sampling of ammo. Okay, we might be fighting a giant plant monster.
They say I left something behind.
Aside from their corpses.
just keeps going.
Deep into the dark. Also, the BSAA left behind a really excellent amount of rope.
Finally reached the bottom. This is one very deep hole.
Perfect place to hide something.
Yep. Yep. Alright, the Uzi's not so bad against these guys. And I've got 200 bullets, so might as well use it. Well, 240 bullets if you count the bullets in the chamber, which, or in the magazine, which I probably should. I think I've finally found a decent spot for the Uzi. Sometimes with certain weapons, you just have to find what weapon what enemy it actually works best against. And it may not be a good all-rounder weapon, but it'll have that one villain that it is particularly effective against. Like a Pokemon. Let's see, you're dead. You're probably gonna come to life. Thank you for coming to life just because I shot you. Other enemies will wait until after I hit very specific story beats or markers, and they'll be like, oh, Leon hasn't walked over to that corner of the room yet. I'm not interested. He can just shoot me in the face all day. But if he hasn't walked up to the car... Who cares? Let's do some shotgun shells. Yeah.
This file's really unreal. Shit, not good.
Not today, buds. I defeated all the Plant 43 seedlings. That was it. That is the convenient thing about, or maybe even too convenient thing about, ooh, but we still might be fighting Plant 43, about achievements and trophies is like, it really warns you that you're done with the fight. Yeah, we probably still have Plant 43 to fight as well. This looks like a heart. This heart-like object in the heart of it. Yeah. Let's actually mix some herbs and use the herbs and spices to heal up.
Just so you know, I've killed every planet we have.
I don't think that's a skill, Kennedy. Also, my strategy of just constantly sidestepping seems to be working. A bit of a waste of a shotgun shell, but, you know, got the job done.
This must be it.
Giant umbrella door. Alas, we cannot get rid of the legacy of Umbrella, but I still feel it's a missed opportunity that we never experienced the actual downfall of Umbrella. Like, the downfall of Umbrella happened between games. Like, between Resident Evil, Code Veronica, and 4. And then Chris Redfield became like the revelation that a new version of Umbrella exists, which I'm still confused about.
Sherry, I found some kind of massive facility.
What do you think it is?
I'm seeing supplies with the logos of the usual suspects.
Well, whatever it is, clearly wasn't meant to be found.
Yeah. You're telling me.
I still need to watch the Barbie movie. There's so many movies that I haven't watched. And I feel like I was catching up on them for like a little while because I was actually putting in the effort, and then I stopped putting in the effort to watch movies again. So now although actually I finally watched One Battle After Another earlier today, which I'm still thinking about. I don't want to say that. Part of me is like, was it good? And also part of me is like, I don't want to say it was bad. But it was a lot. It's definitely incredibly well made. Oh, hold on. Yeah, is that another liquor? Still kept in their tubes. I've only watched 2 out of the Oscar-nominated films. I've watched Sinners and One Battle After Another. Sinners is still out of the 2, Sinners is my choice. Current facility operation status. Auto processing. Green. Network system. All areas online. Environmental control systems. Green. Disposal systems. Green. Security level 2. Guards on patrol. Area status. Lab Unit 01, checking. Lab Unit 02, normal. Restricted area, normal. Pandora, normal. Now operating at 82%. System access must be performed manually from the restricted area. Pandora, are we going to be opening up Pandora's box? Like, it definitely seemed like it was trying too hard to be relevant to... But I'd almost say, like, that is almost set decoration to the chase. Like, it had me thinking about... There's a song by... Faithless, called Mass Destruction. And like one of the ideas is that like it doesn't matter who is doing it. Like greed is always a weapon of mass destruction. Fear is always a weapon of mass destruction. And like you see the people in the beginning act as rebels to the cause, and you see the military overreaching and overstepping their bounds in their pursuit of exercising that authority. And you have the rebels using code words to convene, and you have the secret Christmas club, which the Christmas club definitely felt parody watching them praise Saint Nick. Alas, I try to watch as many as I can, but the only ones that I really want to watch now, like I want to watch Frankenstein because Guillermo del Toro. And what else is nominated for an Oscar? I still would like to watch F1. I hear that that one's entertaining, not necessarily challenging, but entertaining. Yeah, definitely it felt very much on the nose, but it was very kinetic. It's a long movie that really speeds by. And as like a constant like kinetic experience. Oh yeah, as those yeah, it doesn't seem like it's fake, but it's definitely emphasizing the idea that, like, all of these characters giving themselves over to a cause, only to sacrifice their humanity to do so. All right, I'm happy to see that Guillermo del Toro did well. And Oscar Isaac. I don't remember Train Dreams. Was that... I hear that, what's it called? Pacific Rim 2 wasn't good. I still haven't gotten around to watching Pacific Rim 2. Which I somehow have in reach of me. Oh no, that was directed by Stephen D. Knight. So Del Toro is free of that. Oh look, some waist-high cover. But this isn't exactly a cover-based shooter, so... This looks like an area where a thing will happen. We'll probably have to run away from somebody. And it might have to jump over a thing. Oh, on our way back, of course. Oh yeah, the first one is excellent.
Where is that? Okay.
You know... Oh no, there are guys with guns. It is going to become a cover-based shooter.
I'm getting the feeling I'm not wanted around here.
Ah, we can take cover. Oh, can I stealth them? Oh, thank you for dropping machine gun ammo. What I've always wanted. Probably Splinter Cell. This feels more like Splinter Cell or maybe like Alpha Protocol. Which is another game that is still on my bucket list of games to play through. Okay, what does this do? Okay. Up, the action continues. Very rude. All right, let us cross over. This does not seem particularly safe, but that's fine. Okay, where are you? Oh, you're there. Yeah. Ah. Oh, come on. All right, let's try that again. This is true. I've slowed down my reviews. I only kind of do like the blurbs. All right. Fighting them from the platform above. Dry up some of the really exceptional ones, if moved to do so, even then only after I've drawn a 100-hour drawing of said subject in build to cosplay. If you're going to put in the effort, you might as well put in all of the efforts. Not just do it halfway. And I feel like that's what I've kind of sort of been leaning towards as well. Is, like, if I'm going to write something about it, it's going to be if I have something to say about it. If I have nothing to say, then I guess I've got nothing to write. I wish I was able to lean out over the ledge, though. Because there's still, I want to say, 2 more bad guys. I see you. Okay, let's get the grenade ready now. Ah. Nope. Nope, stop. Okay, what am I supposed to... How do I deal with you, sir? Nope, nope. Ah, god damn it. I really wish there was a checkpoint somewhere between here and there. Alright, bring out the machine gun. Maybe that'll help us. Okay, there's still probably one more. Okay. Okay, that worked a lot better. Grab some herbs. Grab some machine gun ammo. Inspect this pod. Hello? If I shot the pod, would it release the bioweapon? Like, would I even need that now, considering the fact that I've made my way through? Yeah, the staff room. What can we spend our money on? Oh yeah, I was talking about looking at the Yeah, sure. Let's buy it. I mean, it doesn't seem that much better. I don't even know if I'll have much of a chance to shoot at any bad guys with this Uzi.
Here at ARC, your movements will be constantly monitored. Do not leave the designated areas without authorization. The recording and transmitting of information is strictly prohibited.
Right. First, man was just a skeleton. But then, as time went on, man became combined with flesh. And the skeleton and the flesh became like gods. Oh my god. Sir, who commissions... whatever the hell is going on here? This is the centerpiece. We need everybody to see this when they enter the Ark. Before they get into the guest lounge with its 2 couches. Raccoon City Bioweapon Research. As previously stated, ARC is focused on bioweapon research and development, utilizing the unique environment of Raccoon City. In particular, experiments performed by infecting nearby zombies with mutated T-virus strain have yielded a great deal of empirical data. This has also proven effective against the BSAA's attempts to eradicate ARC. The development of a new bioweapon based on this hard data is in the final stages. If said bioweapon is released, we can expect further profit growth next fiscal year. How do they make profit? What do they make the money on? ARC has now become a key bioweapon production hub for North America. It will continue to bring great benefits to both us and the United States. How does Umbrella make money? Code CMG002. Price $30 million. Do they sell? Is this a Jurassic World situation where, like, they're trying to sell dinosaurs to the military to clear out caves in Iraq? Umbrella Corporation's Cerberus has been further enhanced and enlarged, resulting in increased combat capabilities. It can track and pursue targets at speeds exceeding 60 miles per hour. Codename Liquor B2. Price $14 million. Originally an infection anomaly, rigorous experimentation revealed the key to activating the mutation, paving the way for commercialization. Product boasts enhanced climbing abilities and possesses sharp claws and a pointed tongue. The plant, $100 million. A prototype bioweapon developed for a viral plant infection found in the Arklay Mountains in Raccoon City. An incident occurred during the transport of experimental Plant 43 and has resulted in an infestation near the surface entrance of Ark. I'm aware of this. Always exercise extreme caution when transporting bioweapons. Now you tell me. The Tyrant is worth $120 million. A humanoid bioweapon with exceptional combat abilities. It can execute simple commands such as tracking and eliminating targets and comes with a coat as standard for effective human disguise. What kind of human disguise? What humans look like it? Nemesis, price negotiable. Based on the Umbrella Corporation's parasitic NE-Alpha, the mass-produced model focuses on the cost reduction and performance enhancement. Repeated improvements have resulted in a significant boost to physical ability and recovery, regardless of the host's durability. Backup
is on the way.
Not necessary. I'll neutralize the target myself.
Is this Hunk? Oh my. Is this the Krauser Light fight? Whoever you are. Who are you?
I didn't realize I had such a big fan. How about an autograph?
I heard you were a smartass.
Get a little handsy, are we?
Nothing will stand in my way. I'll complete this mission.
Who are you, though? Have we ever found the identity of Hunk? And he's dead. But we got a sweet new axe. Mortal Edge, a formidable instrument of death. It has taken countless lives and is steeped in a long, bloody history. Has exceptional parry capabilities and an unassuming design, but when in the hands of a skilled user, it becomes a deadly weapon.
We're into trouble. This guy was one tough bastard.
Coming from you, that's quite the compliment.
So we never find out who that guy was. Okay. Or maybe the blade is supposed to identify him in ways that I don't know, because I never really played as Hunk in any of the games.
Greg should be just up ahead.
Grace, this is where we are. The world is under threat. The technology to control another's will already exists, but it's not efficient at infecting others. I believe Spencer solved that with Elpis. The connection sealed Raccoon City to save it for themselves, and it's been waiting here ever since.
What does the creator desire?
If the wrong password is entered, the Ark will be destroyed and Elpis will be lost forever. So tell me, Grace, what's the password?
I don't know.
Of course you do. You're the...
Leon!
Don't embarrass yourself, Mr. Kennedy. You can't beat me.
Aren't we fancy?
Engravings on your gun will give you no edge in battle. Ooh. Ugh. Leon, you've seen better days.
Don't move! Oh, wait! You still need me, right?
Come on! Grab tight!
Leon, I question the validity of her plan, but I'm going to go with it nonetheless.
I got you.
Are you okay?
Me? I feel like $1 million.
Where does this take us?
Your guess is good as mine.
Every time she says it, it's, what is going on? Where is it taking us?
Time to get off.
What are you going to do about this?
What now? Leon,
Leon, no. You need to be conscious and fight the zombies. I feel like it's also kind of like a... I don't know if people just not necessarily notice the intonation is constantly repeated, or like maybe they're asking for consistency in intonation. Like I remember I forget the name of the villain in Resident Evil 8. Not Helsing, Heisenberg. The way he, the voice actor of Heisenberg, constantly enunciates that bitch. Like he always says it like that.
Those marks.
It's T-virus. Stage 3 infection.
If you're so sick, why would you come here?
But also, like, she tends to stammer out the beginning of sentences rather than the ends.
This place. Raccoon City.
And maybe she was also kind of asked to constantly stammer out the beginning of sentences.
When it all happened, I couldn't.
And just a lot of dialogue for her is who's doing something, what's happening, where are we going.
We can't stop Zeno.
So if all of her lines kind of start with the letter W, then it always kind of seems like she's stammering out the same syllable.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Also, we never got back that floppy diskette from the beginning of the game.
I'm gonna destroy Elpis.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
If anything happens to me, you promise you'll end this.
I promise.
Yeah, and that's did the line and quiver with every line, and that's why it's important to have that director who's aware of the whole picture. Also, has her left hand always looked like this? His like gnarled grip on the flashlight.
Look, there's a door over there.
Crane's blocking it, though.
I can check it out for us. You think you can give me a boost?
Guess we're about to find out. Come on. Watch out for yourself up there, yeah?
I will.
This feels like it's almost going to be more of a story segment than any combat segment. Like, I have access to the inventory to do things. But
Once I go down, there's no getting back up.
But it doesn't seem like I have the ability to pull... Oh, there we go. Here comes the gun. Yeah, and we have our inventory from before. It's been so long since we've played as Grace. Yeah, and we just have the one pistol because the other pistol was left behind in the stash box, and the Requiem was handed back to Leon. All right.
System locked. Override key required for reactivation.
Yeah, an empty bottle for empty bottle related needs. But she has a stash box. All right. Of which I don't really need anything. Oh, I could probably store that. I don't need all of my health injectors on me at one time. Restricted area. Archives Central Refining System. Pandora.
Okay, just beyond here.
Okay, so we've got a few keys we have to get a hold of.
Warning. Threat level orange. Confirmed in storage sector. Critical error. Containment lockdown failure.
All right. There's some fruit in this room. We're going to have to blow it up. Do not enter. Authorized personnel only. Well, I'm pretty sure most of the authorized... Ah, it's a liquor. Most of the authorized personnel are dead, having been licked.
Can't see.
I'm curious if I just start shooting, if I just start blasting, how is this going to turn out? Yep. All right. That wasn't too terrible. But we definitely want a little bit of distance. And also we need to be aware of the glass. There's a lot of broken glass around these parts. Yes. Get the bait. Oh, hello. A bottle of acid. A bottle of concentrated sulfuric acid that is highly effective against enemies with exposed tissue. Eh. If you break a bottle of acid, the contents will disperse into the surrounding area. Particularly effective strategy against the liquor B2. Okay, I feel like I made more problems. Override key, excellent. Nope. I left handgun ammo behind. That's fine. I'll probably spend more ammo trying to get back to that.
All right. I'm not dead yet.
All right, let's correct the other med injector. Make you... Oh. In order to make 2 med injectors, it's just 1 herb and infected blood? Or no, it's just, 1 herb and infected blood. That's cheap. And I've got tons of bags of infected blood from the previous area, so I might as well grab a transfusion bag and let us save our game. That is effective against them. Also, I probably should open up with the bottle of acid as opposed to shoot them first, then swap weapons, and then swap back. That was probably not the best choice.
All right, Leon. Be careful. I need to get going too.
A magnetic key programmed to unlock certain doors. And I still have the Molotovs that I collected from the care center as well, so I'll need to remember that I have that on my person. Still, I like the harsh color palette.
Threat level red in storage sector.
Oh, great.
Rebooting AI control center. Noah.
Oh no.
You can now craft bottle of acid and various other items. All right. I don't have the combos for these safes. Also, what kind of... Also, and what makes this a threat level red as opposed to orange? How is it more dangerous? Emergency supplies code. 10 to the right, 90 to the left, 20 to the right. Sterilization chamber safe. So not that room. That room. Okay, what happens if I throw... I feel as though fire is not exactly a great way to deal with liquors. Yeah. Ah, come on. All right. We're kind of sort of managing. Could probably be doing better, but that's okay. Ooh, we can make more bottles of acid, though. One bottle of acid seems to take down one liquor, so... There's that. A hip pouch. Fantastic. And bullets, also good. Let's make some more acid bottles. Fantastic. Ooh, can I make more? Yeah. Ah. It's okay. Oh, hello. Yeah. Might as well just keep making some acid. The emergency supplies code. 50 left, 60 right, 80 left. Which I think was actually closer to us. No, that's the monitor control. Okay, I feel as though there's going to be some zombies in these chambers. Ish. Okay. Let's make another med injector because we definitely need it. Yeah, this also definitely has a zombie in it. Oh no, the expected zombie. All right. So I might have to go back through that previous area just to see what I can find. Wait, how do I get... How do I get to there? Is there like a staircase or a ladder I passed by? Can I shoot the glass? The answer is no. At the very least, it feels like a lot of attention was given to that care center to give a lot of unique stylings to the care center zombies, give a lot of personality to them, and then it kind of falls away. And I feel as though that kind of drop-off is very typical of the Resident Evil franchise. Like, if you look at Resident Evil 7 especially, like, Resident Evil 7 has this, like, bigger, like, a lot of different things can happen that you might not even notice.
Center. Noah. Reboot failure. No response. Containment protocol.
But as you get
inactive.
deeper and deeper in the game, like, the variety kind of disappears, and what you're left with is a focus on the combat. A noblesse orb. A beautiful white orb. One of the objects needed to enter the administration area within ARC.
This is it. I did it.
Right. It's the map. Oh, hold on. Ah, that's how I get access to all those things. Alright, let us save our game. I feel like I'm just kind of cycling between... oops. Is there still a liquor out here? Between making bottles of acid and then throwing bottles of acid. And then collecting infected blood so that I can make more bottles of acid. Like, I'm not really finding infected blood to really utilize all of the creation stuff that I can do, but I do have a lot of blood bags in the stash. So as long as I can get back to a stash, I can make... All right, I think that did him in. Fantastic. Also, I just feel like I need to update my... For some reason, my stream still says Xbox 360. I'm clearly not playing Resident Evil Requiem on an Xbox 360. That would be really impressive. So let's get rid of you. Okay, so I've got one of the two balls. There are only two safes, though. $50 to the left, $60 to the right, $80 to the left. All right. That's convenient. Okay, and we have to go back to the clean room to get the other orb, because we need two. Okay, what can we make with scrap? I forget. We don't really need hemolytic injectors here. Let's grab you and you. All right. Now we are well prepared to return to the laboratory. So the sterilization chamber, we should open that, pick up the handgun and ammo.
Ways to go. I wonder if Leon's made it yet.
Yeah, once again, Grace's participation in this adventure exists to slow down the pace of the game. Nope, this is the wrong way. My bad. And it's only made a little bit worse because Grace's average running speed is not particularly great. But to be fair, Grace spent most of her adult life sitting in front of a computer. So she doesn't exactly have the cardio training. Okay, what was the combo for this one? 10 to the right, 90 left, and 20. 10, 90, 20. Actually, maybe I'll try to get him with the hemolytic injector. Let's see. You're dead. Fantastic. Everybody's dead. And then there should still be some handgun ammo over here, which we could collect. Which we will spend trying to get said handgun ammo, but that is the cycle of life, of resources in any sort of action game, let alone survival horror game. Yeah, you can do whatever you want over there. Keep up whatever it is you're doing in that room. And now we're done with this magnetic key, I would imagine. This does not seem like a very clean room. I feel like there's some false advertisements going on here. Oh, I told you. Do whatever. Are you going to get up, sir? I would never have expected such. An animus orb, a beautiful crimson orb, one of the objects needed to enter the administration area within ARC. Okay. We want to go this way. And then take a right. This is kind of like, it feels like the care center. Yeah, I've already said, but the care center has definitely received the brunt of the creative direction for this game. And then everything else, and then Raccoon City would be second place. And then everything else is kind of this kind of mini hub, this smaller area. Where's there an architect when you need one? Ah, it's the floppy diskette.
Where have I seen this?
The beginning of the game.
Something important. I'll explain later.
Ah, I didn't even realize I still had it on my person. I assumed Vincent would have taken it.
Shutting yourself away in a dark room like this is quite the change for you, after the life you've led.
Life takes unexpected turns, don't you think?
Looking back, do you feel that the choices you've made have contributed to your present circumstances?
Of course. What you sow, you reap. Isn't that the natural order?
So, tell me, Lord Spencer, what would you like the world to know?
The truth. But, a short break before we begin, Miss Ashcroft. I'm not a young man. I don't have the energy I once did.
Why would Mom hide this?
Ah, of course, now we switch to Leon. Leon S. Kennedy, a few minutes earlier.
Okay. Back in biz.
You alright, Leon?
I am now. Grace cleared the way for me.
That's not what I'm talking about. Your body can't take much more.
I'm gonna settle this. You just send us a chopper for immediate evacuation.
All right.
Containment breach. System-wide surveillance failure detected.
Is one monitor not enough for you? 2 monitors? One person is stuck with just 2 monitors while everybody else gets 3. His work is simply not as important.
Over there. Easy as pie.
Actually, I should try to parry more. There we go. That was pretty cool. And relatively easy to do, but I wonder if that's also been benefited from having the better axe. Like, it gives me a little bit wider parry window. Leon is reaching his limits. Sudden bouts of coughing and blurred vision will cause him to falter. He can only wait for these effects to subside.
Oh, shit. You've got to be kidding me.
Who needs music when you can have ambiance? And actually, back onto the subject of one battle after another. Like, the soundtrack for that movie is just like purely kinetic ambiance. Like, it almost has no music. Like, there's the score of pop culture, pop songs that play every now and again. And then there's the dissonance that occurs throughout the rest of the movie. Actually, let's sell the other... the gal still has bullets in it. Can I empty out... I cannot. Sheesh. I have too much stuff. I can probably sell that lesser axe, though. The Mortal Edge is 25,000. That is big money. Yeah, let's get rid of it. And then let us save our game. And carry on.
Security threat detected. Elevator shutdown in effect. Override key authorization required.
Oh, 10,000 bucks in that training module. Like, I don't really even have things to buy anymore, though. But still, it's good. Oh, to have like a diegetic incorporation of the various pop songs. That is true. Very few directors actually have the music in the scene itself. James Gunn is probably one of the few that I can think of that specifically does that. Tarantino, definitely. Edgar Wright, yes. I still need to watch the last two Edgar Wright movies. Running Man and I forget the name of the other one. Hi there.
I'll take out as many of you fuckers as I can.
All right. Oh, somebody restocked these, or is this just a different...
Haven't changed much. Hell yeah.
No, I suppose the liquor's... Yeah, last night in Soho, I heard it wasn't as good. And I'd imagine his version of The Running Man is quite as campy as the Schwarzenegger version. Sub-Zero, now Plain Zero. That is true. American Gladiators was the thing at the time, and even though American Gladiators still exists, I think, like, it's nowhere near as much of a pop culture phenomenon that it was. Oh. Ah. Too true. We expect more out of our escapism. It can't just be a surface level. There needs to be some depth to it. Whether it's like depth to the material, style, to the presentation. Although I suppose the question then becomes, which do you prefer? Kill Bill Volume 1 or Kill Bill Volume 2? Although I suppose, can you really judge one without the other? Like, Kill Bill Volume 2 offers all of the character depth that Volume 1 didn't have. But Volume 1 is significantly more fun. Oh, hello. Come on, move slightly.
This.
Yeah. I got both overconfident and surrounded by many guys. Current season of Fortnite is Kill Bill themed and has Pulp Fiction characters. And yeah, that is the odd thing. Like, I remember that was also the kind of the issue with the Looney Tunes Smash Brothers game, was that it had like Game of Thrones, like Arya fighting against bugs. Yeah, I think like Fortnite has become like the biggest example of like what is a successful Disney Infinity / Lego Dimensions. Okay, I am going to head this way. Throw a grenade.
Eat this.
Throw another grenade. And another. Okay, that worked out a lot better. Yeah, so many multiplayer games shut down by their own studios before they could truly live.
Warning, autoclave compromised. Pod lockdown unavailable. Memory corrupt. Self-repair functionality offline. Airflow monitor warning. Pod lockdown unavailable.
Right.
Yeah. Let's get this over with.
The elevator will arrive shortly.
Thank you for providing me with that.
The elevator has arrived.
Okay, I did not realize you guys dropped so much stuff. Thank you.
I can't waste any more time here.
Jesus Christ, my inventory is... I apologize for how horrible my inventory looks like. Actually, let's make some stuff. Let's make some machine gun ammo. I've actually been using it.
I need to go. Almost there, Sherry.
5 bullets. More than enough to kill anything that moves. I've still got Resident Evil sequels to star in. You know, they criticize Stranger Things for having characters that never die. But, like, when was the last time they've actually killed off a main Resident Evil character? because a new game came out. More or less. That's probably about it. But they always care about...
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
My research opened Pandora's box, unleashing disaster upon the world.
Except Elpis, the goddess of hope? Or so the myth goes.
A blind hope.
What do you mean?
Humans cannot predict when death will come for them. This is why they have hope. I was wrong, and I am plagued by guilt. Happiness cannot be achieved at the expense of others. I think that's enough for today.
Why did you accept my request for an interview?
Like you've told me nothing.
Who is that? Is that one of your subjects?
Of course not. She was alone in the world. I took her in to make amends.
Is she
perfectly normal? Just an average child needing a home. She is my hope. Aren't you beautiful? Would you like to hold her?
Okay. She's adorable. What's her name?
Grace.
Grace.
You know, if you just model a sack, you don't have to worry about modeling and animating a baby. That saves you time for making more game.
Serves as a requiem for those who have passed.
Oh, is the password Requiem? The name of the game is the password for Elpis?
Leon. Leon.
Oh my. Leon, you need your blood on the inside, man.
I need to hurry.
No, thank you. Account created 14 minutes ago. Amazing. No one makes me bleed my own blood. Okay, this is the most Resident Evil possible. You got this subbing to your only clams. As long as they're only Steam clams. Oh my gosh. My God. Is like going from this pristine lab to this mansion environment. Okay, if this fruit is real, don't eat it. If it is not real, also don't eat it. Oh, that's steamed hams. It's a family recipe.
This is finally my chance to do something.
I like the ambiance of this room, though. It's almost like a holographic water displayed on the screen, on the walls.
Leon. Oh, no. Hey, it's me. It's Grace. Oh, please wake up. Come on. Wake up, wake up. Hey.
Hey, you. I was just resting my eyes.
You're okay. Oh, let me help you.
Let's do this.
I appreciate how much popular like liminal spaces and backrooms have gotten. Like the Backrooms movie actually doesn't seem like it might be too bad.
It'll destroy Elpis.
Let's try.
Grace, whatever it takes. I can buy you some time.
No. No, I have an idea.
I trust you. I trust you.
So, the prodigal daughter returns.
I know the password.
Fulfill your destiny, and all will be forgiven.
Only if you let Leon live.
Ugh. Well, hopefully there's substance to the movie. Like if the Backrooms movie is like on the same par as like Cube, like that would be what I would like. What does the creator desire? We will release Elpis. I feel like this part was a little bit confusing because there is a good ending, there is a bad ending. They do give a little bit of a clue as to what you should do, calling Elpis the goddess of hope.
Please know that you are my hope.
She is my hope. A blind hope.
Okay.
I still need to watch Zootopia. Oh, Hope is the...
This is it.
Hope is the password? I would have guessed Requiem. I would have died. I hear Hoppers is actually supposed to be really good, though. There's a lot of good, big push for that.
What are you doing, Grace?
Spencer regretted what he did.
Well done.
You promised.
Yes, that I would let him live. Mr. Kennedy, I give you the honor of experiencing my power firsthand.
I'm not sure Elpis is what you think it is. There's nothing special about me. I was never any king. Spencer wanted to make amends.
But beast, Elpis. What is it? Tell me!
Leon!
Why? My powers!
Elpis is Spencer's atonement.
I don't think they really have ever explained how Wesker was able to do his, like, teleport step. Oh, this guy's still alive.
Amazing. I am humbled by my master's genius.
Your research was wrong. Elpis wasn't a weapon. There was never a key.
Spencer's paper was obviously incomplete. There was no connection between Grace and Emily.
Do you know how much time and money I wasted on this?
Don't you see the genius? With Elpis, all virus-based weapons are useless. The world order will be thrown into chaos.
We wanted a weapon.
Instead, Spencer gave us anarchy. I will carry his torch and bring his vision to life.
You? You and Spencer were a means to an end.
Yet he
You're a police officer, Leon. A police officer?
And paid the price with his life. He was nothing.
You are nothing but an imitation.
It's over, Victor. The Connections is done with you.
We can't let him have it.
Your ignorance is staggering.
Leon, it's a cure. Oh, it's working. Leon, it's working. Wake up.
Now, let it all come down.
Okay, I was a little disappointed that
All of it.
that Victor would have going to be just dead from like a
Grace, what happened?
motorcycle fight. But I'm glad to see that he's come back. Though Mystery Wesker Light, Neo Wesker, didn't really have much of a finale for himself.
It's gonna go!
Grab something!
Grace.
Grace!
All right. Is this final boss time? This feels final bossy.
Barry Umbrella's last skeleton.
Spencer's vision lives through me. I
Yeah.
will see that it is brought to fruition.
And how many more will have to die for that vision?
Yeah.
It seems your
Yeah.
stories have sacrifices must be made. In the grand scheme of things, a few lives.
Not to me. I swore that I'd always protect those lives.
Okay, do I have... Yes, I do. Oh. Right. Right.
Seems you're reaching your limit.
Okay, I've got a lot of healing though.
I will not let those ideals win. Give it up.
Okay, we'll need to... And then avoid his jump. Come on. Yeah, I definitely need... Victor's attacks are devastating. Use parries to thank you. I was trying.
Spencer's vision lives through me, and I will see that it is brought to fruition.
And how many more will have to die for that vision?
All right. Let's collect some supplies.
Seems you're reaching your limit.
Is he reaching his limit? There we go.
It's over.
Is it over? Do we not have a phase 2?
Good riddance.
Okay, we have a phase 2. I would have been surprised if that was, yeah. He
Nemesis. No wonder you're so damn relentless.
All right. Ah. All right. Alright, let's use the sniper rifle. I think that might be effective. Against his... Tap X. Hit, yep, there we go. The bulbous buffant. Truly, it wouldn't be a Resident Evil game if the villain didn't transform into a giant, horribly mutated kaiju. The kind that makes you wonder, like, what was... Like... Is this really the ultimate being?
This time, you ain't getting back up.
And he's just casually spinning his revolver while flesh and sinew is still spraying out of the corpse of the victor. Giant crab is the ultimate being, capable of massive damage.
Sherry. Sherry, come in. Sherry. Shit. Grace. Grace, hang on. Fuck. Grace. Grace.
Leon.
We need to get you out of here.
Okay, did they pocket a cure for Sherry? Because Sherry is also dying.
There's no way out, is there?
Well, I'm not gonna leave your side. I'm gonna sit right here with you.
That's the question, like... Supposedly, various people who were exposed to the T-virus had that disease. But it's never really that clear who has it. Also, this is reminding me of when it was lights out for Benny in The Mummy.
I guess this is it then.
Is this the BSAA?
Leon S. Kennedy? Depends who's asking. Alpha, you read me, sir? Yeah, they're safe. I got 'em. Yes, sir. Mr. Kennedy, I have a message from Captain Redfield.
Ah, Chris snuck his way into the plot somehow. No current Resident Evil game is truly safe from Chris Redfield.
I'll be damned. Can't believe that antiviral actually worked.
Feel better than I have in ages.
Thank God. I'm glad you're okay.
We got a dose with your name on it. We'll be back in action in no time.
Thank you, Leon.
Would have been a lot smoother if Chris hadn't been so late to the party.
Where is Chris, anyway?
And God willing, we'll all meet up again in Resident Evil 17.
I'm sure I'll run into him at some point. Yeah, I'll call you back. It's over then.
Yeah. Elpis really was our last hope.
Oh, let's pray Umbrella hasn't left us any more nasty surprises.
I wish we could have saved him.
Grace. I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
How would you know? Like, Emily was a distorted monster at the time. I mean, we could try. Like, is that going to happen in this post-ending?
The government has confirmed the existence of an actively trading bioweapons lab located here in the ruins of Raccoon City. The origin point for the worldwide spread of bioorganic weapons. This illegal facility appears to have been in operation for decades.
Sources say that the extension of the lockdown and the recent series of mysterious deaths may be related to tragic events in Raccoon City 28 years ago.
Evidence seized in Raccoon City has led the Justice Department to reopen its investigation into Oswald Spencer and the long-defunct Umbrella Corporation. Some believe the government deliberately drove Umbrella into bankruptcy.
The late Alyssa Ashcroft is credited with cracking the Oswald Spencer story. Conspiracy theorists are already claiming that she was killed in a cover-up, and that the organization responsible is secretly controlling our government.
Tonight, in a speech from the Oval Office, the president is expected to reject allegations of any government involvement since the Raccoon City incident.
Ah, young girl rescued from bioterror front. So I guess we did go back and save Emily? Maybe. Alright. We are going to skip this.
And Sherry's okay? Oh, good. I'm so glad. Emily, yeah, she's doing great. I'm actually teaching her how to read.
Grace. Grace. Where's that report?
Sorry. Leon, gotta go. Catch up soon.
All right. So she returned to work, but now has confidence. The only kind of thing confidence you can get from fighting off against giant monsters.
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
There, that's what's setting up the squeakquel. Oh, there was only 12 hours and 7 minutes playtime. I want to say it felt like longer. But it could have just been me. Unlocked insanity mode. Behind the scenes video, Grace's report. Oh, we can actually read Grace's report. Neat. Got a jacket for Leon, a jacket for Grace. Oh, no ranking though. All right, that was Resident Evil Requiem. It is done. We have finished it. I enjoyed it. How would I rank it up with like most recent ones? Like, I would say Resident Evil 4 Remake is still probably the best of the most recent Resident Evils. I feel like they tried to do too much of a variety show with this Resident Evil, so it doesn't have the consistency of Resident Evil 7 and 8. Like 7 and 8, even 8 is tries to be a little bit of a variety show between like combat and spooks, with its House of Spooks as the second act. But like having like these separate types of gameplay, and then you have to consider the fact that you can be third person for both characters, which means that extensive character animation has to be done just to justify your camera angle. But I would still say that this was fairly enjoyable. I don't know how willing I would be to necessarily replay it, simply because of how specifically, like, a lot of the variety is based on the mechanics of the zombies themselves, as opposed to, like, I don't know, getting this... I don't know. Like, the care center is probably the area that I would probably want to replay again. I wouldn't necessarily feel like I would need to be compelled to replay the Raccoon City parts, because I don't feel like I could really get anything new out of the Raccoon City part that I did not experience the first time. Like, I feel as though knowing the mechanics a lot better, I would get more out of the care center part as Grace than I would necessarily out of any of the other sections of the game, simply because there's so much developed for the AI of zombies that is missing from the AI and any of the other enemies that you fight. It's like the difference between Jack at the beginning of Resident Evil 7 and the mold monsters towards the end of Resident Evil 7. The villains just aren't quite as interesting the deeper you get and the more armed you become. But still, it was an enjoyable game. And I suppose it's here that we're going to be signing off. So, where do they need to take this series from here? I feel like they really... there's two directions that they can go. One is more remakes. There's still some games that could benefit from being remade. Code Veronica especially. As a game that was released on the Dreamcast, has had a port onto the PS2. Like, Code Veronica could benefit from a remake more than any of the other Resident Evil games. Alternatively, supposedly they're talking about Resident 5, but maybe Resident Evil 6 could benefit from its own remake. But from here, it seems like its ending part, there is that company that's managed to acquire something from the devastation that the BSAA missed. I feel what they need to do is essentially give rise to a new Umbrella. They need consistent villains. They need a villain to be a consistent villain, and not every single game have a new villain, because otherwise it's like, where is the franchise as a whole going? You're just kind of hoping that like each individual entry is going to have interesting villains, and it kind of becomes more like James Bond's like off adventures. Like in this James Bond story, he fights Scaramanga. In this other James Bond story, he fights Le Chiffre. But where is the Spectre, the Blofeld, the Albert Wesker of the universe, the villain who survives more than one game so that he can actually develop as a character, or she can develop as a character. Like, we need a replacement for Umbrella, I think. Or at the very least, we need some sort of overarching plot, and it does not seem like we've reached it yet. Like, we're only kind of... Like, this felt less like an overarching plot and more like an individual episode. That's what I would like to see for upcoming Resident Evil games. Like a stronger overarching plot to connect these games. Instead of constantly trying to connect backwards, how can we connect forwards? And a stronger, consistent villain that will last more than a single title before mutating into a horrible monstrosity and dying. Either way, this one's in the books, and I think it is definitely time to call it for the night. We need towers to climb. We need an open world with towers and escort missions, crafting, survival. Yeah, structure building. You need to build a house. And here's the thing. As long as it's consistent to itself and is not wasting your time, I'm up for about anything. And it also has to have, online, always online, but single player. Day one DLC. You have quests that you can't start unless you buy the day one DLC. You know, to be fair, like, for all of these things, like Resident Evil has, as a franchise, has generally not included these things. So, you know, maybe one day Capcom will learn the importance of battle passes. Like Resident Evil, there's probably going to be DLC for this game, so. I'm trying to think, is there a Japanese developed game that has a battle pass? I mean, no, I wouldn't say Mario Kart counts for that because they just released DLC. Like, it's not really. But I want to say the Battle Pass has kind of become like a thing of the Western market. Yeah, Monster Hunter is like a franchise. I always look at it and I'm like, I'd like to play that, but I also know how much time it's going to require to be invested to really get into it. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of time. Yeah, Ubisoft, EA, Epic, Blizzard, Activision. Like, they love their battle passes. They love their battle passes. They're like their loot boxes. That's what the Resident Evil game needs, is loot boxes as well. I mean, they've gotten old, but hey, you can bring them back. I'd like to play Star Wars Outlaws. but it's not a priority. And there was a time when EA was really strong. $5 for Outlaws sounds like that's fine. I'd pay $5 for Outlaws. But then I'd also have to play Outlaws. Yeah. Yeah, I hear it's okay. And actually, I hear they've improved it since it came out. I've heard Outlaws has improved since they released it. I'm kind of curious about the first-person Avatar game. Oh, Xeno is his name. Yeah, I heard that the original release had a lot of issues with its stealth-based sections. But they've largely fixed those. Let's see. And actually, let's end the YouTube video. I'm still going to stick around a little bit, but let's end the YouTube recording here, so that I don't have to keep recording. Just want to work for Jabba.